Have you ever imagined how hard it is to sit in a classroom for an hour to listen to an adult read a book without facial expression, emotions, or back and forth interactions from listeners or audience? If so, I invite you to listen to my first audio presentation, because in this presentation, I will discuss how to support children during circle time using play-based methods of teaching. Welcome to my audio presentation, Play and Learn. I'm your host, Queen Ojomodia. This audio presentation expresses various ways to interact, play, and learn with kids. To get a bi-weekly episode, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube, Play and Learn, and also follow us on our Instagram page, Play_Learn. I'd love to share a story. A long time ago, I remembered when I moved into a new program. Whenever I move to a new program, I create an opportunity to form a relationship with children, understand the children and the children's routine before introducing new ideas. During my first week, I noticed that educators in the classroom read stories to children. Reading stories to children is a great way to build their vocabulary. While reading her story, I observed that some children either walk away or play and giggle with each other, or lay down on the mat, having that facial expression like, "Can we be done with the story already?" That was when I imagined this question: what can we do to make these children to be interested in circle time? Which brings us to today's topic: how to support children during meeting or cycle time using a play-based method of teaching. I remember when I was in Africa, back home, some schools are very particular with traditional method of teaching, which is awesome to inculcate on children. But as the world is changing and technology taking over, educators also need to change their method of teaching to fit the children's interests without sitting them down for long hours for them to only listen to an adult. As educators, we need to ask ourselves some questions before doing circle time with the kids. Questions like, who are we reading to? Are the kids interested? Are we just reading or doing meeting or circle time with kids because that's the daily routine? When I sit and ask myself these questions, I begin to realize that educators need to share some ways to make circle time fun for children. We can bring in science, math, literacy, music, social studies, and all other subjects into our circle time with the children. With the story I shared earlier about circle time, I brought in music and also created some fun games to give every child the opportunity to participate, which also helps me to know the children's interests and how to support them. Example of the game, I created games like density game. I placed a bowl of water and some sinking and floating objects on the table for children to choose what sinks and floats. With this game, each child showed interest as he called, "My name is Queen, can I have a turn?" This game gave me the opportunity for me to understand the children and for the children to take turns to participate in our sinking and floating objects. The children learned about what object sinks and floats in the classroom, as each child went around the classroom to pick one object that sinks and floats. We can also create the finger play game. Finger play game gives children idea about literacy, math, which helps them to learn about counting, addition, and subtraction, as each child takes turns as they place the objects like balls, cards on your finger. You can also create I Spy game and also create alphabet jumping game. Place various alphabets on the mat and I'll ask each child to jump on each alphabet. That's all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. So if this is your first time, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Play and Learn, and follow us on Instagram, PLY_Learn, to get new episodes as we are going to talk about in the coming weeks. You can also leave a review, and also you can get more information about how to support children by attending free webinars online. Please do not forget to play, teach, and learn.